Hello and croeso. Welcome to a Calon vlog. My name is Lynn and I'm coming to you from Cardiff in Wales in the UK, and I normally do a fortnightly podcast, but today, and hopefully for a series of episodes, I'm coming to you with a spinning vlog. I am an intermediate spinner now, I think. Not quite a beginner, not quite accomplished, but certainly getting there with my spinning. And I spied on Instagram a box of sample fibres from the wheelewe.co.uk. I'll show you from afar for the moment, but I will get up close now in a second with the camera. And this was a box, or is a box, of 14 different fibres and sheep breeds. So I thought, what an excellent way to explore how different fibres spin up in different ways, because often, I don't know about you, but you see lots of different fibres in blends and things that have been dyed and carded and blended together, but I'm never entirely sure what each of the fibres feels like on its own. So that was my plan. I thought I will work through this box of goodies and share my results, my thoughts with you guys. So this is the box. Let's have a look what's inside. Oh, you see, it is like a chocolate box for spinners. Lots and lots of different sheep breeds. So we've got Romney in there, Norwegian, Masham. The smell is lovely. You can really smell lots of different. They haven't all been done in one dye, but wash bath, it seems. Shetland, Dorset Horn, what's this one, Swaledale. So as you can see, lots and lots of different sheep breeds. So my plan is to work through them all and see how they all work up, what they feel like, what they spin like, what their staple length is, just so that I can start to expand my fibre knowledge, I think. You know, very often you are given the choice of sort of merinos or silks or alpacas, and then you see something different and you're not entirely sure. So I thought, yes, I will have a go at these lovely little calorie-free chocolates of spinning. Let's call it that, something like that. Is my spinning corner, my quiet sanctuary. It's just a little corner in my bedroom, and the bay window is lovely because it lets in all this glorious light, especially today. It's a very sunny September day. I spin on an Ashford Kiwi 3. I have no idea whether it is worse or better than any other wheels because I've never spun on anything else. So it was a really great entry-level spinning wheel, and I'm so pleased that I got it. I bought it from the Fibre Hut in Evesham, where I also had a lesson there with Gay and her husband, who own the shop. So yes, I had a lesson with her and then just kind of persevered and practiced, and I am very glad I did, because it has certainly got me through this COVID pandemic and continues to do so. Keeps me on the straight and narrow. So yes, like I say, I hopefully will come to you now and again as I find time to spin through each one. I'm hoping to try and keep some good notes, and we will see what happens. But yes, check out my podcast, which is also on this channel if you've kind of found this by accident, as it were. But I will hopefully create a series of blogs on my discoveries, and check out the website. I'll put all the links below, and I'll put the names of the different breeds below as well. This was called Fibre Sample Box 1, I think. There wasn't a 2 on the website, but I hope she does another one. That would be really cool. But yes, I will let you know my discoveries along the way. So the first sample yarn I'm going to spin up is the Romney from the Wheel Ewe. So you can see that it's got quite a nice fluffiness to some strands of darker threads in there. So yeah, the Romney. Now I bought from Calon. There's a town that's full of secondhand bookshops. So when I was there about a month ago, I bought this book, which is the Field Guide to Fleece. Apologies for there's a little patch in the middle of the screen. I've got something stuck in the what's it called, the lens, so I need to kind of send that off and get it done. So apologies for the little patch in the middle of the screen. But yes, the Field Guide to Fleece, and it tells you then about all the different sheep breeds and how to use their fibres. So the Romney, it explains that the origin of it is in England, and the staple length is about 4 inches to 8 inches. So if you would like a little picture of a Romney sheep, here you go. Not going to give it all away. So there's the little beauty. Yeah, and it says the coarser Romney makes great outerwear. So I'm expecting that it might be a little harsh on the hands, but it says that the finer fleeces work well for shawls and sweaters, and some garments could be worn next to the skin, so we will see. But yes, the Romney is named for Romney Marsh, which is a salt marsh in the southeast of England. So we will see how it spins up. Yeah, you can definitely feel like it's got quite a long staple length. My hands can be quite far apart. As I say, I'm not an expert spinner at all. I have just practiced and done what works for me, really. So none of this is expert in any way. But it seems like I can have my hands quite far apart. I think what I do is a short forward draw. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I let some of the twist come into the fibre. I don't know why. I can't quite get my head around not letting the twist into the fibres at all. But yeah, it's certainly quite a long staple length. In the description it said that it could be between 4 to 8 inches long, and I would absolutely agree with that. It doesn't feel too rough in the hands. It certainly doesn't feel as soft as a merino, say, of course, but yeah, I don't think I'd be able to wear it next to my skin, but it certainly feels warm-ish, like very much a Norwegian fibre, say, that's got that slight scratchiness to it, but you can really feel that it's going to be warm and sturdy. That's how it feels so far, anyway. So this is my bobbin of the Romney that I started with. As you can see, I'm not sure if you can see, I tried to chain ply it. Never done chain plying before. This was a practice chain ply on the Romney, and I think it's not too bad. It's definitely got quite a lot of twist, probably far too much twist, but we'll see when I take it off the bobbin and let it relax a little bit and then soak it in some water. Maybe it'll ease off a little bit, but it's certainly got a lot of twist. My hands and my feet weren't working fast enough together to be able to get an even twist on that, but that's okay. I think my plan with all of these fibre samples is to just make them into minis. I might dye them all, or I might keep them cream, I don't know. I've got a box of lots and lots of different minis, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put them all together and then turn them into a crochet blanket at some point, I think so. So that's my Romney, done and dusted. It's taken me a little while because things have been very busy, but there we go. And a practice chain ply. I can't quite remember how to do it now. I probably did this about a week ago. So what is next from the box of dreams? Apologies if there's a lot of light going on, but it's quite nice to have a clear day for a change. It's been very rainy here. So what's next? Ooh, it's like a chocolate box. I think my eye is drawn to Dorset Horn. So let's have a look at what my book says about Dorset Horn. Where's the glasses? Do you do that? Where are the glasses? Here. Voila. So, Dorset Horn. Gosh, my glasses are dusty. Dorset pole, Dorset down. Here we go. Dorset Horn in my little book of dreams. So what do we know? Origin is England. The fleece weight is around 2 to 4 kilos, and the staple length is 2.5 to 5. So a little bit shorter maybe than the Romney. The only traditional British breed that can mate and produce lambs throughout the year, not just in winter and spring. There we go. So quite an achievement. And what does it say? So it takes dye well, so maybe I will look at dyeing these. Crisp, versatile wool, has a good body as a fleece or yarn, so that's good. A little bit of crimp in there, it says, and you can see from the pictures, I'm not going to give it all away. Grab this book if you can. A little bit of crimp in there, and it is reluctant to felt. I like that. What a good phrase that is. Reluctant to felt. I'm quite reluctant to felt sometimes too. Appropriate for everyday garments, blankets and the like. So there we go, Dorset Horn. Let's have a little go with that one. This one feels a little bit softer than the Romney, actually, a little bit softer. It's sort of a crisper white as well. It seems, yeah, seems a little bit crisper in colour. We shall see. Definitely see there's a little crimp in it. Can you see that? A little bit of crimp in the fibre, as it said in the book. Ready to go. Bobbin number 2. First attempt at spinning with the Dorset Horn, and as I showed you, there's a little crimp in the fibre as you're working with it. And I have to say, I really enjoyed the Romney. It was a really nice, easy spin with a long staple length. But this, I think I like this even more. It's a little bit softer, and it just seems to go really easily. It's really easy to spin. The staple length is, I'm hoping, as you could see, is good and long, but it spins up really beautifully. You don't have to do anything. It sort of spins itself. I think I'm doing pretty much a short forward. Those of you that know your spinning will be able to identify what I'm doing. I've no idea. I think I'm doing a short forwards. But yeah, there is no issue with it at all. It is very nice. It's so soft. No kind of long guard hairs or anything in there. I like this one. This is my favourite so far, I think. Love the Romney. But this just has the edge, I think, at the moment. A little bit more air maybe in here. Yeah, I like this very much. So I will crack on with this, this little section, and get myself another cup of tea in a minute, I think. We shall see. So I have finished this bobbin of singles. I thought I'd show you the singles before I try and chain pie it. So you can see there's a really lovely haze on the top. It's so soft. It's definitely softer than the Romney. It feels quite strong, but it has a definite smoothness and a softness to it, and a real plume or fuzz to it, which is very, very nice indeed. So I think what I'm going to try and do is chain ply this together. Hopefully I'll have more luck than my chain plying for my Romney, which I think had far too much twist. But yeah, I'll see how this goes. I will film it. I don't know if I'll show you because I am so clumsy with my hands when I'm trying to chain ply. I'll get there, I'm sure, but it'll take me a little while, a bit more practice. But yeah, very pleased with this single. It seems quite even. I know it's difficult to see on the bobbin, especially with this funny thing in the middle of my camera. But yeah, not too bad at all. Very pleased with that. So, oh, let me show you the Romney in a skein now. I haven't wetted it, but I'll show you what I have. So this is how the Romney has worked up. So it's probably a sport weight, I think, with that chain ply. Not too bad. I haven't wetted it yet. I thought I would do the other skein, the Dorset Horn, and then I would soak them both. But I'm not bad. It's not bad. It is a little bit not stiff, but a little bit coarse. I think maybe that's the word I'm looking for. A little bit coarse and a little bit, you can tell it must be very hard wearing. So I think it'll relax a little bit once I soak it, but I'll do them both together. I'll chain ply the other one and then see how they both look. The chain plied Dorset Horn. I think I've made a much better job of this than the Romney. It's not as overly twisted, overly spun, whatever the term is. I think I managed to kind of let my feet go a little slower and my hands go a little quicker. So it's ended up not being as stiff as the Romney, and I know that's to do with the fibre content as well. But it certainly has a bit more give in it. I don't think I've squashed out all the air that was in the fibres. Yeah, and it's still beautifully soft. It's still got that nice plume and fuzziness to it. And in terms of comparison to the Romney, I think I much prefer the Dorset Horn, especially for something like a shawl or a jumper that's next to the skin. It feels really cozy. I like that one a lot. So out of this comparison, Romney to Dorset Horn, I think it's the Dorset Horn for me. It's a crisper whitey cream as well, which is really nice. So yeah, I will leave that on the bobbin tonight. I'll skein it up tomorrow, and then I'll take a picture of both of them, and then I'll give them a good long soak and dry them out and see where we go from there. Hooray! Hello, so I have completed the Romney and the Dorset Horn that I was obviously spinning in the video, and I have now chain plied them both and soaked them both and dried them both. So as you can see, definitely with the Romney, which is the first one that I chain plied, I have over twisted it, over plied it, and so it's quite stiff. The Romney has got a little bit of it's a bit toothy anyway, I believe the phrase is, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine to go into a blanket or something. But I have just bought some fibre from John Arbon Textiles. That is a Romney, Corriedale and Exmoor blend, I think, and you can certainly feel the Romney in that blend. You can feel the toothiness of it in that blend. So it's great that I know what that will feel like on its own. I know that I can identify it in another fibre. So when I read that, I might think, oh, I don't know, I want it next to the skin. That's not really suitable for me. So that is a good learning curve, and it's something that has helped in a recent purchase. And then the Dorset Horn, far more successful chain ply, I think. Yes, it's much more flexible, and I think it's softer as a fibre anyway, but yeah, I think that has a good amount. It's still got quite a bit of twist in it. My hands and my feet weren't quite working in synchronicity, but yeah, there's definitely less stiffness in this. So all in all, good experiment, and I think I will work my way through that box. I won't do as an extensive video on each one, but I'll probably just do little quick catch-ups as I work through those bits and bobs. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you can check out some of my other podcasts about my knitting projects, as well as the spinning and the dyeing, etc. So yeah, I will keep you posted with these, but do check out the Wheel Ewe, because there are some very, very beautiful and excellent fibres to be had. Okay, diolch pawb, hwyl fawr, bye.